Hello, my name is Daniel Lester, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 2025 training. Today we're going to be learning about how to use a sprayer to apply herbicide with it. First thing you want to do is go to the shop. So to go to the shop, for PC, press P, for Xbox, press the view button, and for PlayStation, press the touchpad. First thing you want to buy is some chemical. So go down to where it says yield improvements. Go towards the chemical or consumables. Buy the liquid herbicide. Then you want to buy the spreader. You're going to want to click the first spreader you see, and it's going to be buy the Mega 1200 liter. And then if you want, buy the tank that goes with it. But you're going to have to buy two of these spreaders, or you can buy one and just add and take off the attachments, but that's really tedious, so just buy two spreaders because they are fairly cheap. So the first thing you want to do is buy one that has no attachments, and then you're going to want to buy one that has the Weed Seeker 2 attachment and then the Pulse Modulator attachment. The Weed Seeker 2 is basically a See and Spray, and the Pulse Modulator it pulses out the spray, which both save on fertilizer. And then the See and Spray only sprays when there's a weed directly underneath it, and the Pulse Modulator basically, instead of spraying continuous, it does little pulses. And so when you use them together, it really helps simplifies the spraying and saves a lot on fertilizer and herbicide applications. But the See and Spray does not really use much with the fertilizer application. Once you have bought the sprayers, you want to go and attach them to the tractor. To do this, PC, press Q. For PlayStation 5, press square. For Xbox, press A. And then you want to refuel the sprayer. So press R for PC. For PlayStation, press L3, which is left stick. And then left stick for Xbox. And then you want to drive to your field. Since we are doing non-precision first, you're just going to drive to the field. Don't attach anything. And then once you're on the field, you unfold it, press X on the PC, PS5, press L1 plus X, and then for Xbox, press LB plus A. To lower or raise the sprayer, press V for PC, L1 plus circle for PS5, and then for Xbox, press LB plus B. Also, you can use your special actions buttons to change the height as well. And then to turn it on, press B for PlayStation. B for PC. Press L1 plus square for PlayStation, and LB plus X for Xbox. And then because we're doing non-precision, that's all you have to do. And then you can also see how the tires are affecting the crops because you're running over them. These are not the right tires, so you want to change your tires to the narrow tires. So what you want to do after you do your non-precision field, you want to drive back to the dealership and then go behind the dealership, and then it should be a little box. And you want to drive into the box. When you're in the box, you can get out of the tractor and open it, and then you should be able to change the tractor's tires. But also, if you want to change your options on the tractor, you can do so as well. And plus, whatever implement you have brought into it, you can change too. So let's say you brought the sprayer in, you can change the sprayer from having See and Spray to not, or to add the See and Spray to it. And then what you want to do for your precision field is you want to unhook your sprayer that you use for the non-precision, and then hook up the precision one. The precision one should have the pulse modulators, so it'll be kind of white squares on the booms of the sprayer. Make sure you have that one. And with it, you should have the See and Spray, also the Weed Seeker 2, and then the pulse modulator. And then attach that, and then drive to the field. And then you would do the same thing you did to fill the tool up. For PC, press R. left stick for PS5, and then L for PlayStation for Xbox, and then to turn it on is B for PC, L1 plus square for PlayStation, LB plus X for Xbox. To unfold it, press X for PC, L1 plus X for PlayStation, LB plus A for Xbox. And then to lower or raise would be V for PC, L1 plus circle for PlayStation, LB plus B for Xbox, and also your special controls. And then you would drive the field. But now you can look and see how it's a very cool feature. So the weeds are in random places on the field, and the sprayer will not spray if it doesn't have a weed. And so it should look like it's pulsating, basically. And then you can watch it. When you kill a weed, it'll turn brown. But what I like to do is when I'm spraying a field, I want to keep track of it. So go to your map and then go to your soil composition tab. And then you want to make sure you have weeds selected. The dead weeds will be brown, and then gray is nothing, and then green is live weeds. So the way the weeds work in this game, there's 3 stages of weeds. You have small, medium, and large. Small will affect your yield in small. The large will affect your yield with large effect. But with weeds, it doesn't matter what type of weed is on your field. It's still going to do damage, just not as much if it's small. But it's still going to do damage even if you kill it. So you can let the weeds grow out all the way to medium, and you can kill it. And yes, the weeds won't go to large, but it'll still be at medium, so it'll still affect the yield as negative. Small weeds will always affect your field, no matter what. So even if you kill the small weeds, they'll still have they'll still have a effect on yield. So always remember that. So yield is never 100% in this game. You always want to kill the weeds small so you would have a less effect on yield. And then if you miss a weed and it grows into a medium or large, it will affect the yield. So that's why you try to make sure you get all the weeds. And even the weeds on the edge of the field will still affect the area. Always remember that. And so, really and truly, the best time to kill weeds is the month after you have planted. Just run your tractor through the field using the sprayer or the rotating hoe. Thank you, and have a nice day.